installing a rear dash cam on a Skoda Superb mk2 estate. So previously I tried to put it through the rubber grommet, couldn't get the rubber grommet off, so I just fitted it like this, but I'm going to have another go now, and I've managed to undo the rubber grommet. It's basically goes on top of a plastic clip like that, so that will give you access into here, so then you can hide the cable through the back here, go through this rubber grommet, and then I drilled a hole previously so the cable will come out there and into the camera. You've got one T25 torque screw there. You undo that, and then this whole rear panel pops off, and then this panel here pops off after that. So I'll do a bit more and then show you the. So this is the back of the panel that I've removed. These are the connectors that it has. So it just literally pops off. The only other thing you need to do is remove, before you take it off, remove the two lights. One's in there. You just use a little screwdriver to pop them out and then unclip them. And then once you're onto this part here, you've got these rivets, which you can't see very well. There you go, these rivets. So that's what it looks like when it's out. That's what it looks like when it's in, they're flush. And I think the best way I found to take them out is use a little screwdriver, go round the back of the rivet, pop the rivet out, and then they just pop out. So that's what they look like when they're removed. So yeah, you go through that little hole there, push the back of the rivets and it pops through, and then the rest of this all pops out as well. So it's just those two rivets, and then that pops out as well. So to give you access to underneath this roof line, you just need to take these bits off either side, and it gives you the flex to be able to get to the roof liner, and they're just held on with the same clips. Should be able to do it on here. So yeah, they just pop off those side panels, then you can gives you enough leverage then to get to the top, to get the cables under there. So with these side parts, you've got these clips in here. There we go. So yeah, you basically pull it out that way first, same on that side, pull it out this way, and then this bit here just pops out. This is just a video of the clips that are on this outer bit. So as you can see, it's just more of the same clips. Okay. So before you start feeding the cable through the grommet, I advise you just put some silicone spray down there, and it will just make it much easier to feed the cable through. And just have a bit of cable like this. I'm just going to feed that through this way, link it with the cable and pull it through. So yeah, using this now, I've managed to pull the cable through here. So I'll just pull the rest of this cable through, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll feed the cable from here through to here, and then that will take me inside the interior of the trim, and then the cable will just poke out into the camera from there. So now the rear camera just has the cable going through that hole there, and then the cables join there. I'll push that through there. That's just a bit of rubber electrical tape that I've taped around there to stop the cables rubbing on the exposed steelwork. So yeah, I just need to push that back through there and then clip all the trim back together. That's the camera back on, and I'm just fitting these side bits. These are all back on. These rivets, you can see, there you go, just need to be pushed back in like that. these are the internal lights. They go into these things and clip in like that. So the panelling back in and the rubber grommet back on. This is, I've fitted this after putting the panelling, this plastic panelling back in, but it's probably easier to push that internal plastic grommet whilst this panelling is off, push it from the back and then put the grommet on, rather than do it, because the internal plastic grommet rattles around a bit when you're trying to get this back on. It's still possible, I've managed to do it, but it's a bit fiddly. So that's the only thing I'd suggest, but that's the rear dash cam on. Hope this video helps someone.